Hello, ladies. So, my shirt's all crazy. Here I am, and here is Lily. Say hi, Mama. There's little Miss Liliana. She just ate, so she's in a good mood. Sorry, I'm rocking. But yeah, so I am 2 weeks postpartum, and she is 2 weeks old. Well, 2 weeks in a day. But, I mean, what is 1 day, right? Put on her PJ. So, let's see. I'll talk about my postpartum because there's really not a whole lot first, and then I'll talk about her. After I delivered, I felt great. I really did, and I feel like I bounced back really quick. I lost most of my weight, well, all of my weight now at this point. But I still have the pudgy stomach, so yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that. I want to start going for walks with her, but, oh. 1 second, ladies. The fun of having a newborn. Probably Mommy's fault. She shouldn't be rocking, huh? She shouldn't be rocking since you barely got to eat. Sorry, ladies. Sorry. We're almost done. We're almost done. Let's juice it up. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay. So anyway, sorry. So yeah, so I still have the pudgy stomach, so that'll probably go away. And I want to do, like I was saying, I want to start doing walks. But it's still hot here. It's like 95 degrees, which is hot for me. I'm waiting for it to get cooler. So hopefully that will happen soon, and I can start going for walks with her, which will be good for her and me. I'm still bleeding, but very little. My bleeding pretty much is none. But I still wear a pad just because I'll have those moments where I will bleed. I really wasn't in a lot of pain. I took Vicodin the first day or two that I was home at night to help me sleep because I was crampy more than anything. And during the day I was able, Tylenol was enough to get me through, and probably because I was just moving around. So, yeah. Let's see, what else is going on? Like I said, I did tear. So, that about a week after I delivered, I started being itchy down there, and I'm sure it has to do with the stitches. But they gave me that spray for pain, and it's also for itching. It's like in a little blue can. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. But I just would spray that, and that seemed to help. So, and now I feel fine. I feel great. I'm able to, obviously get up and go. We've gotten out of the house a few times. So I feel awesome. As for Miss Little Liliana, oh my baby, in the hospital it was fine. It was perfect. They gave us those. I tried to do breastfeeding. The first time she latched on perfect as soon as she was born. And I let her sit there for about 20-30 minutes. And as most of you women know, I was really worried about my supply, having a supply, basically, period. Because of the PCOS. So yeah, I let her do that, and then when we moved to, as soon as an hour after she was born, we moved to the recovery room, and I got a different nurse, and so she helped me, and we were able to get her to latch. But I voiced my concerns with the PCOS and not having. Granted, milk doesn't come in, for a few days, but if I'm not going to get milk, I probably won't get colostrum, was kind of my thought process. And I don't want her to be hungry. And I kind of went into it, like I said, I discussed this with you ladies before. If I could breastfeed, great. If I can't, I have no problem giving her formula. I know some women are really into the breastfeeding, and that's fine, but my main concern is that she's getting what she needs to eat and grow and be healthy. So, and formula is there for a reason. It's not like it's bad. Yes, breast milk is better, but like I said, I didn't even buy a pump because once I went back to work, I would have probably stopped breastfeeding, to be completely honest, because it would have just been too much for me. Because I do most of the cooking and cleaning, like most moms. I do most of the cooking and cleaning, plus I'm sure I'll do a majority of taking care of her, and that's just too much to work 4 10-hour days, you know, to go to work 10 hours, and then come home and take care of her, and dinner, and, you know, that's too much, and be pumping. But anyways, I'm getting way off subject. So anyways, so we got her to latch again, but I kept voicing my concerns, and, you know, she was still looking for it after like 20-30 minutes, so we gave her about an ounce of formula. And that was fine. You know, she was content. She went to sleep. No problems. Sorry, I'm trying to sit so you can see her, but it's not really working out. So then when it was time for her next feeding, she didn't want to latch on again to the boob, and I don't know, you know, she just kept fighting it and moving her face around like she was hungry, but she didn't want to latch on. So I was like, let's fine, just give her the bottle. So we gave her the bottle again, and she was fine. And so that nurse told me she would have the lactation consultant come in and see me in the morning, and we could kind of talk about what's going on and kind of what our plan is from there. So the lactation consultant came in. Well, she came, but she had just eaten. Like, she didn't come, you know, they know I'm feeding her every 2.5, 3 hours, and by the time she came, she had already eaten. So she said she would be back for her next feeding and asked what time that was. Yeah, so the next feeding came, and I even waited a little bit, and she never came. She missed like another 3 feedings, which I had given her the bottle. I'm not even going to lie, I didn't attempt to put her on the boob. I just gave her the bottle, and by the time she came, it was the end of the night, and we talked about it, and, you know, she kind of just went over, you know, my concerns, and you know, basically what was going on, and that was my decision, you know, whatever I wanted to do, whether breastfeed or continue to formula feed, that was completely up to me. So I decided I'm just going to continue to formula feed. It's just what's working for us, and that's just what we're going to do. So, yeah, so we decided to stick to formula. So she was on Similac Advanced, and like I said, it was like the little pre-made, the little bottles. And when we left, we got, like, God, they gave us I don't know how many, and it lasted us, like, almost 2 days, or maybe it was 2 days that it lasted us. So she did great on those. Well, when those ran out, we had Similac Advanced in the house, because we got samples and stuff. So, same thing, but it's powdered. So I just started making that for her, and that did not agree with her stomach. She had a few episodes where milk would come out her nose and mouth, and she would scream, and it looked like she was not going to, you know, she would stop breathing, and then she would take breath and scream. That happened 3 times, and it freaked me the hell out. And then she got a rash on her butt, like right around her little booty hole. So I was like, what the hell's going on? And, you know, I thought, am I changing her too often? You know, am I not burping her enough? What's going on with the milk? Because it was the same milk she had in the hospital, and she did perfect, no problems. So, she's falling asleep. So yeah, it was crazy. So I called the on-call nurse, because it was, of course, in the middle of the night when she had the last episode, and I bought the butt paste, the maximum strength. The rash it looked like it was improving, but it wasn't really going away. So I ended up taking her to the doctor, when she was about a week old, and luckily, I love my doctor's office so far, and they didn't look at me like I was crazy. I guess they realized that I'm a new mom, and, you know, I don't want anything to be wrong with her. And it was rough on me. There was a couple of days I would cry, and I think that has to do with, one, the baby blues. I think I definitely got a little taste of that. And then with her having issues, you know, with the rash and the spitting up, I just felt bad, because I was like, why don't I know what to do? Why is she, I don't want her to go through any pain, especially at my expense, or because I'm inexperienced. Like, it just sucks. But I will say that it does get better. I feel so much better. After we had the doctor's appointment, they switched her milk. So we put her on Similac Sensitive, and she gave me a rash cream, and I tell you what, within a day of having her on the Similac Sensitive, that rash was almost gone. So it had to be the milk, which is, I guess, when I was Googling everything, that was one of the signs of a food allergy, or that, you know, the milk was too acidy, basically, and that's probably why she had the rash on her butt. So, yeah, so I definitely think the milk was too harsh for her for whatever reason. The pre-made one must have been fine because she didn't have any issues, but the powdered kind was too much. So she's on the Similac Sensitive now, and it's perfect. She hasn't had one of those episodes. She barely, she spit up right now, but she usually doesn't spit up very much. I'm trying to think what else. Also the doctor had me do, because I thought it's either the milk or maybe acid reflux or a little bit of both. So she had me elevate her mattress in her bassinet 30 degrees, so we did that. And then she had me, I'm trying to think what else she had me do. And then I had told her, which I had already been doing, because like I said, I started reading everything, that I burp her in between, like halfway through her bottle, and then I keep her upright for about 15-20 minutes after she finishes the bottle, just to try to help keep the milk in her tummy and everything. And like I said, I don't know if it's a combination of everything, or just, even probably just with the milk. Just switching the milk makes a difference. But she's doing perfect. She's doing so much better. And then too, when they switched the milk, she went like a whole day without pooping, and I was freaking out about that. But luckily, they said that's normal. And she was wiggling around everywhere. She's trying to fall asleep. And then when she did poop, whoa, Toledo. But yeah, so now she's doing perfect. We had her doctor's appointment yesterday, and she is 7 pounds 2 ounces, so she's over her birth weight. She's 20.5 inches long, so she grew a little bit. They had to prick her heel, and she did not like that. She screamed, but she did really good once we gave her the pacifier, and I was able to calm her down pretty quick, so that was good. We don't go back until 2 months, which is like December something, when she'll be 2 months. And yeah, she's doing really good, and I'm doing really good. Like I said, I had a little bit of baby blues the first week and a half with her, getting sick, and the first few days were awesome, and then the next few days were rough. And then my husband had to go back to work. He was only off the week she was born, basically. He had to go back that following Monday. So I was having a lot of, anxiety. Being home by myself, even though, I kind of knew what to do, it was still rough. But I don't think it was not postpartum depression, because now I feel great, and I feel like, okay, we're starting to get a rhythm. She's had a couple nights where she's fussy, from 8 or 9 at night until 2 in the morning. And those are rough, but luckily I'm not working right now, so, I just try to do the best I can to keep her calm. I come out to the living room and put her in her swing, and I sleep on the couch, and she sits in her swing and finally goes to sleep. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to think what else is going on. Oh, but for the most part, we've kind of figured out, these last few days I've been doing it, I kind of wake her up around 6 or 7, and I kind of make her stay up. I talk to her, and I don't really let her sleep until about 9 or 10, and then I feed her again around 9 or 10, and put her down, and the last few nights she's been sleeping till about 4 in the morning, so that's good. So she gives me at least, was that a 6-hour stretch? And then she wakes up at 4, I change her, feed her again, and she's down again until about 8, and then she wakes up at 8 and she wants to eat again. And then usually she'll stay up for an hour or two. She'll stay up for about an hour or two, and she'll be awake and just kind of looking around, and then she'll go to sleep and sleeps most of the day until, like I said, she'll wake up to eat. But we're doing awesome. She's doing good. She's gaining weight. She's growing. Her belly button fell off, her little cord, so the doctor said, we saw him, like I said, yesterday, and he said we can go ahead and she can have a real bath, so we'll have to muster up the courage to do that, because she's probably not going to like it. But other than that, we are doing really, really good. So I will show you her again. She's half asleep, half awake. But she's doing good. There's a full... She looks really tiny. There's her little legs. Yeah. YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Everything's huge on her. Huh, everything's so big on you. She looks like her dad. She doesn't look anything like me. But she's still a cutie. Huh. You're still a cutie. Huh. We don't know what color. Her eyes look like they're going to be brown. And she has light brown hair. I don't know if you can see her little hairs. She has light brown hair. She's a really good baby. You're a good baby. She doesn't fuss very much. Only when she's hungry. So. But yeah, so that's our little update. That's the mommy and baby 2-week postpartum update. I don't know when I'll do another one. You guys let me know how often I should do them. I don't know if I should just go like every month now, or every couple weeks, like every other week. I don't know. I don't know how I should do this. I don't know how many postpartum updates I'll do, because as time goes on, I'm sure things will not really change. But yeah, so I guess, ladies, let me know, comment down below. Let me know how often you want to see us. Or I could just do little snippets too of her and photos and stuff like that. So let me know what you guys want to see. And I guess that's it. I'm still praying for all you ladies to have a safe delivery. You guys are getting close. So exciting. So many babies are going to be born soon. I know Vicky, I think it's Randy V, her twins are getting so big. Hopefully you'll be able to take them home soon. That will be so much fun. So exciting. And Melissa, your baby is almost due. Mr. Vinny. Just crazy. All these babies are born right around the same time. It's pretty awesome because we'll get to see them grow and see their changes together. But yeah, so, and I will say, for any of you ladies struggling or going through IVF, the end result is so worth it. Like, all that stuff I went through, all the shots, everything is such a distant memory. I mean, it feels like years ago that I did it. So, don't give up hope. And don't stop trying, you know, because you will find your answer and it will work. But yeah, so that's it. Just my little 2 cents. And with that, we will say bye. Say bye, Mama. See you later, ladies.